Hey guys, so this is my blog review for the Ignite Language blog. I found this blog when we were chatting to Martina Bex last week. She recommended a few resources for Chinese teachers, and I stumbled upon this one. So Ignite Language blog shares the ideas of several language teachers who teach based upon comprehensible input and TPRS, which I found online means teaching proficiency through reading and storytelling. It's an input-based approach to teaching language that focuses on the systematic instruction of vocabulary in a highly comprehensible, personalized, and contextualized manner, which means they use a lot of CI. So Diane Neubauer and Haiyun Liu are pretty constant bloggers on Ignite Language, and they're also Chinese teachers, which is a plus. So they share a lot of enlightening posts, which are useful to me as a future world language teacher. So with all these valuable resources online, there's really no need for us to reinvent the wheel, which is why it's important to share all these resources with our other classmates. So I want to show you guys the blog now, which is over here. So with this layout, you can see all the different blogs, scroll through it, and then also sort it by author, which is nice. And Diane posts a lot about her classroom, about different actual presentations. And then one of my favorite was the first one I saw, which was how she used Bao in the classroom. And then after they watched the little short clip from Disney, then they did a follow-up reading and also wrote sentences and read these sentences. So on this blog, the different teachers offer insightful answers to common questions about teaching and fun ideas that are tried and true. So they've tried these different ideas and then they worked for them. So they're recommended to the rest of us. And I found it's really interesting that Diane is a non-native speaker who teaches Chinese. She's very inspirational and informative about the Chinese classroom, either online or in person. And then Haiyun has a lot of little anecdotal stories about her students and videos of her teaching. So in regards to standards, I want to show you guys one of Diane's blogs, which was her teaching Chinese level 4. And this was a week of her activities. So they did a whole week of vocabulary and different lessons, and they got to Thursday, where they saw short videos about students who were skipping class. And then what happened was that they compared US schools to Chinese schools. So China versus America. And one standard was A2, which is to demonstrate the comprehension of spoken and written language. So as a class, they were watching short videos of Chinese students, and there's also subtitles in the video, so students had to understand both spoken and written to participate in the discussion, which leads to the other standard. But focusing back on A2, the subtitles were there to help the students, so they had a bit of support. And then for B4, which is ask and respond to questions as part of a group discussion, the students talked about these videos afterwards in the target language, so they got to practice Chinese. And then for C5, which is explain cultural perspectives associated with the target language, and then compare these perspectives with those of one's own culture. So after watching the videos, Diane had her students compare Chinese versus American schools and their schedules, once again, in the target language. So it touches on all 5 of the C's from ACTFL: communication, cultures, connections, comparisons, and communities. Communities, if I said that right. So communication between each other, so students had to have discussions. They compared the cultures and connected them. So once again, China versus America. And the different communities, different things that they noticed from the videos and then from their own experiences in schools. As for relevance and applicability, I would encourage other students in our methods course to check out this blog for teaching tips and to find new ways to teach world languages. While the Chinese teachers do dominate on the blog, in my opinion, there are other teachers on there. So there's a Spanish teacher, another German teacher, I believe. But then, again, these methods, a lot of them are transferable to different languages, which is nice. They also offer a lot of multimodal methods to approach teaching. So there's short clips, pictures, other videos, YouTube links to them teaching. And as a new teacher, it's a great way to see other teachers teaching in class. Because while we were for our host teachers, we get to see other ones online. They also offer tips on new resources and how to use these resources most effectively. So there's a blog on Edpuzzle. There's also a blog on Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using right now. And I firmly believe that there should be a solid teaching community. As teachers, it's really helpful for us to share our resources with each other, because once something works for us, it's not like it's a secret. We should be sharing it with everyone. And these blogs are ways for these teachers to share with us about what has worked. And in my future instruction, I'm really interested in using the resources that they offer to us, so the videos like Bao, like the other YouTube links, and also learn methods to shelter new vocabulary. Thanks for listening, guys.